Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new video, and today I'm going to be doing the very much requested video on how to do the tutorial for the base that I made on my defending raid video. So we're going to get into it. It's pretty simple. You're going to start off with a triangle foundation. You're going to put it in a very flat land so you can expand, and then you're going to create a circle, and then on each end of the triangles you're going to put a square foundation all the way around, and then fill it in with triangles. Once you get done with that triangle foundation filling in, you're going to do the exact same thing on each triangle again with square foundations, and then fill it in once again with triangles. Once you get done, you're going to go back to where you started. Triangle foundations are in the center. That's going to be your core, and you're going to put your TC there just so nothing breaks. You're going to add your doorway, and then you're going to put your walls all the way around. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put the doorway on the opposite end of where you put that door going into the core. It can either be a single door or a double door, doesn't really matter, it's up to you. Once you get that door down, you're going to put walls going all the way around. Once you get done filling that in, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to put the doorways on the opposite end of where that second inner layer is. You're going to have two doorways. Make sure you put scaffolding all the way around so that way you have a pretty good level of stability in the base once we start building up higher. Once you're done with that scaffolding, you're going to put up this ceiling, and then that'll be our next floor. Alright, once again, back on the second floor, we're going to put our walls up. You're going to put another wall there just so you can have another jump up into the next floor, and then cover that up, and that'll be your third floor once we get to it. Again, don't forget to put scaffolding up there, that way nothing breaks. And that second floor is going to be a hollow floor, so all you got to do is just put walls up and then put some scaffolding as well, that way it doesn't collapse. Whenever you place your doors going into the core, make sure that you leave a space. Make sure you leave a triangle space, that way you actually have something to climb up, because when you get down and you want to close that door, it's a lot harder when you're one floor below. Once you get to the third floor, this is going to be where all the loot is. So you're going to start by placing walls on the outside. It's going to be 2 layers out, and then start upgrading that. And then once you get that done, you're going to divide each space however you want. The way we do is we have these squares be their own separate spot. Put 2 walls on each side of the squares, and that becomes sort of our loot rooms, and then we can put doors. Again, don't forget to put scaffolding up on the base, that way it has more stability and you continue to build higher. Now once we get onto the shooting floor, everything is going to be made out of squares, so start putting squares all the way around the base, and that's going to create that gap that allows you to shoot so that you can defend your base. Once you're done there, put some windows on the edge of those squares that you placed all the way around the shooting floor, and then place some shutters in there if you want. You don't have to. You can either place shutters or metal bars, or some of that camouflage netting. Once we're done placing the windows, you're going to place doorways on the edge of each square. Make sure that the arrows are facing away from you or to the left, whichever you want to do. That way the doors open outward. They open towards the enemy to create sort of a barrier between you and whoever's shooting. Now we're going to place windows going around the core instead of just normal walls like we normally did. And then you're going to cover it up, once again leaving a space open for you to create a jump up onto the roof. Alright, once you're done with that, we're gonna go to the roof, and then we're gonna place stairs going all the way around. Once you're done with that, we're going to place half walls on the edge of each square. That way it makes it more difficult for the enemy to get through. Or maybe they have an angle, you have something that you can use as cover. Alright, once we're done here, we're going to once again do a wall around the core. And then that'll be sort of our last protective layer if anyone ever wants to try to get up into our base. So just close up that ceiling once and for all, put your gate up, and that's all for the roof. Alright, now we're going to do the China wall. So on each side that has a single square in it, you're going to do 6 or 7 blocks out, whichever you want, however big you want your China wall to be. I usually tend to go to the side with the shortest range for the TC. That'll depend on what side of the base you put your TC on, which in my case I put it I believe on this side, right? So you want to go all the way to the edge, but you want to make sure that you don't exceed the barrier of your TC. That way if something sticks out like your stairs, they don't blow up. So on each side of the base there's going to be one single wall. You want to put some square foundations going 6 squares out, or 7, whichever one you feel. And that's going to be the baseline of where the edge of our China wall is going to start. Alright, once you're done with those extensions for the base, we're going to do high external foundations. They're all going to be triangles, and all you can do is just place them down until they connect to the next ridge that you made. So they're going to fit perfectly. If they don't, probably mess something up, but it's pretty simple. You'll be able to just place it, and then you'll be able to see exactly how perfectly it fits. You don't need that bridge leading up to the China wall. That's just something you put there just so you can start the China wall to make it look good. As long as the China wall is within your TC range, it'll be perfectly fine. You don't need to keep that barrier. It doesn't need to be connected to the base just like in Rust. It can be standalone and it'll be fine as long as it's in that TC range. So the reason why we're using high foundations is because high foundations are a lot cheaper. They have a lot more health than having walls up. So whenever someone sees that China wall, it's going to be super expensive to try to get through it. So they're just not going to want to waste all that boom, and they're going to instead go through the doors that we're going to be placing soon. Alright, once you're done with those high foundations, you're going to be putting up some doors. So first things first, you're going to have to put some scaffolding up for your doors to be able to fit. And then you're going to place that floor up top so you can cover that little entryway. And that's going to be sort of your double door, double layered China wall. Once you're done with all those doors and you upgrade pretty much the entire China wall, you can do window frames all the way around the entire base. And then once you're done with those, you can either put shutters, window bars, or camouflage netting. It's up to you. Or you can do shutters and camouflage netting. You know, it's all shooter's preference. But once you're done putting all those windows all the way around the China wall, you can put some stairs on top of each single window all the way around the entire base. Alright, once you're done with those stairs, the next step is to add the third doorway. Put 2 walls around the outside, add that floor up top, and then add another doorway there if you want to. If you don't, that's cool. but that just adds another thing that the enemy has to blow through. It'll give you time to head to your base if you're not at base, kill and respawn, gear up, and then get ready for the fight. After that, we're going to be adding the second channel wall. It's totally optional at this point, but it's basically the same thing. It's just a bunch of triangle foundations going all the way around, creating a second channel wall closer to the base. That way, again, it's something else that the enemy has to blow through. And then you're gonna add triangle foundations on the edge of the base right here, where you see that double wall. That's gonna be our turret pods. If you choose not to do a second channel wall, that's where you can put your turrets. So whenever anyone tries to get in, or they do make it in, try to climb over the wall or blow a foundation or blow through the doors, you have turrets that are protecting your base. You want to put that foundation all the way around the base, and then just put the walls right here where I'm putting them at the edge. That way gives you still a little bit of room to maneuver. Put a car in here if you feel like it, and then you're going to put those doors up. Once you're done upgrading the second channel wall, you can put some triangle foundations all the way around the channel wall. Right here where you see me doing this is just to help you get a jump up so that you're actually able to climb onto the channel wall and shoot out of it. It's completely optional. You can choose not to put this on. You'll still be able to climb up from the little bridge as long as that's still, standing. But if you want to have the ability to climb anywhere onto the channel wall, you can just do this all the way around the channel wall and just keep it twig if you feel like it. And once you're done upgrading everything, you're pretty much done with the base. So this is it. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, let me know what you thought, and that's gonna be it. Peace.